The next part of this series is actually on the subgroup. So we are done with identification of a group together with its axioms. Now let's talk about subgroup. So subgroup is actually still type of a group, but it has a specific connection to an already identified group. Here is the proper definition for a subgroup. If a subset, let's say H, of an already identified group, let's say G, is closed under the binary operation of G, okay, and if H, the set H or the subset H with the induced operation from G is itself a group, then this is the time we can say that H is a subgroup of G. Okay, so this is the proper definition for a subgroup. Certain things we need to examine here is, of course, H is a subset of the set G. Of course, the group G is first and foremost a set. Then the subset of H, or a subgroup, is a subset of that specific set. Okay, meaning it contains, if not all, some of the elements of set G. Second thing here is closed under the binary operation of G. We know that for a certain set G to be called group, it has a binary operation G. That would mean that it is closed in G. And at the same time, subset H must also be closed under the same operation in G. And of course, with a given induced operation from G, H is also a group. Okay? Meaning H is also a group. It also has the following properties. Again, the associativity of the operation in H. With the same operation in G is also in H, and associativity also holds. And then second, the identity element in G is actually found as well in H, and the inverse elements of all elements in H are also elements in G. Then H is a subgroup of G. Some notations are done using this perspective on a subgroup. Let's say H, we know that H, right, is a subset of G. That's for the subset. But if we talk about subgroup, we use this notation. Okay, so we have here this notation. It could also be equal because we know that a certain subset may also be the set itself. Okay, or you can also say here, or at the bottom, or you can also say that G is this with this notation. Okay, so that would mean that if we're going to consider looking for subgroups of an already identified group, we need to examine whether the operation of the set is also closed for the subset, and then all the necessary axioms of a group is also identified by H, following the operation by the big set G. So we'll have to determine how to identify subgroups in the next video, at the same time some of the illustrations pertaining thereto. Thank you very much for watching.